All right, YouTube, this is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine Thursday afternoon. This is Mr. Mean bringing you another RPG video du jour. I, last month, subscribed to Dungeon in a Box. These are the same guys that make the skinny minis, and I did a Kickstarter, and you can go back in the archives there and check my review of that stuff. It came with a nice little 3-ring binder, but it was specific to those, and they gave you the ability to buy some more binders at cost. So I think I bought 2 more. You can see them right up there. Actually, they're sitting there, and they were, I think, $3 or $4 each. They didn't come with the sleeves, which is the part I really wanted, but oh well. I'll see if I can order some later. Anyway, I lost my train of thought there, guys. I'm sorry. We're going to leave that in, though, because that's the beauty of not editing your videos and raw. So I did the Dungeon in a Box from the same guys. The company's called Dungeon in a Box. Postal Service just delivered this. So I wanted to actually open it with you guys. I did take it out of the plastic wrap, but I have done nothing else to it. I'm trying to move my keyboard. So I apologize. Let me turn on the light. There we go. There, much better. I have to thank my good buddy Brian Isakoff for that awesome light there in the background that you see. It sheds a lot of light, and it's great for recording videos. He was tired of looking at my videos in the dark, so he sent that to me in the mail. So I'm opening this for the first time, and we're going to go through the contents. I like the box. Obviously, it makes for easy storage, and we are going to see everything that's in here. I'm going to take it out one by one. Now, I requested the Pathfinder 2nd Edition box, so I'm hoping that everything in here should be specific to Pathfinder or at least generic fantasy. My problem with these boxes in the past is they were always Dungeons and Dragons specific, not even generic fantasy. And granted, you can make them whatever you want. It's easy enough to do that, but I don't want to do that extra work. So hopefully this is good. And so the first thing we get is Wondrous One-Shots, Siege of the Lich Tomb. So I will say spoilers. I did pay for this out of my own funds. This was not sent to me. I did as anybody would do it. I just did it on my own. So this is a little mini adventure, it appears, and yeah, I'm already disgruntled because this is D&D stats for the monsters with challenge ratings and everything. So I'm going to reach out to them, and I'm going to find out if there's something we can do to get it. It should be. I requested the Pathfinder box, and here it is. This is a D&D adventure, which does me no good because I don't run D&D. I have no desire and or interest in running D&D. I could convert this to. Pathfinder, but I don't want to have to work that hard. So this is Siege of the Lich Tomb by Dungeon Box. Prepare to take your table into this wondrous one-shot. Take your party on a quest through a tomb safeguarded by ancient power. When the tomb's magical defense fail, will your party be able to hold off attackers, or will evil finally prevail? This wondrous one-shot is intended to be played as a standalone adventure compatible with 5e. Use the standard mode and challenge mode maps to run the adventure presented by this one-shot. Yeah, this does me no good. I mean, I can convert it to Pathfinder if I wanted to, but that's not what I asked for. So we'll see what happens. You're supposed to get like an adventure, an ongoing adventure that's supposedly slated for the rule system that you choose. I will reach out to Dungeon in a Box. Their customer service is pretty spot on. So this is the, let's see if I have something, maybe that'll help a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There's the flat plastic miniatures. I'll get my big knuckle draggers out of the way. So this is the skinny minis. So we've got some cool stuff there. We've got We've got some various ruffians and a dragonborn, a skeletal mage of some kind, evil-looking mage, some orcs, some what look like wolves, which I can always use, and then a big like minotaur skeleton, a mimic, which is pretty cool. The mimic is right there, if you can see that. So that looks pretty cool. So that's definitely useful. Now let's just hope they gave you bases. I have plenty of bases though. So that, and then we have what appears to be a flip mat of some kind, probably a poster. Yeah, it's dual-sided. It's just a generic flat map, and it's dual-sided. So that's pretty cool. It's got some glow effects on it for light. So that's definitely useful. I can use that in anything. So then the third thing we have is Dungeon in a Box, the Startide. It says the Startide Voyage of the Fallen Star Adventure number 1. Port City, Ancient Tibbles, Ship Encounter Maps, the Great Sea World Map, exclusive Skinny Mini character and monster token, buildable 3D terrain tiles, 2 or more 32mm scale miniatures, and the Astral Compass Adventure Tracker, special legacy cards and stickers that shape your character's fate. So let's see if this is for Pathfinder or if it's for Game Mastery Guide, Spells, and Players. I'm going to see if there's a stat card or something here. I'm looking. Yeah, it looks like. Trying to see if there's any. Yeah, this it looks generic enough, but it's almost D&D stats. I'm gonna have to double check. I can't see any like. Nowhere do I see Pathfinder anything here, and the stat line. Oh wait, no, here it is. They're just not using the. It looks like it is Pathfinder stats because it's saying melee single action, constrict single action. Dungeons echo 2 actions, and if you know Pathfinder 2nd edition, it uses the action economy of you have 3 actions to do. So yeah, it does appear to be it is Pathfinder. We got some sort of little card, quality control. This box was prepped and checked by Tim C., a fearsome dragon. That's pretty nice. They tell you the box. So basically what I can do is I can email them and say, hey, I was supposed to get a Pathfinder box. I'm getting, so, and then that first little quick adventure they sent, that may just be generic that they put in every box because this is obviously a 5th edition adventure. Not that I couldn't convert it to Pathfinder, obviously. So we do have some physical miniatures. We have a Tabaxi Pirate. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm trying to take it where the glare isn't there. But that's a Tabaxi Pirate, so that looks pretty nice. And then, we got this is actually pretty freaking cool. It's from Dungeon in a Box. These special hermit crabs tend to take on the characteristics of the specific abode they choose, becoming more aggressive or protective than they would otherwise. Sailors and other explorers have crossed paths with dragon skull hermit crabs swear that the dragon bone shells are all but impervious to attack. The Startide. So it is a dragon skull hermit crab. So you can see the little crab legs poking out. And I don't know, you really can't see too well. I don't want to take it out of the box just yet. But yeah, it's looks like a little resin or plastic miniature. It's a textured base, and there's a dragon skull, and there's a hermit crab living inside of it. So that's pretty cool. And I'm assuming, I don't see a card in there, but I know there were stats in the adventure in there. And then it says, well met, traveler. You may have noticed new bases with your skinny minis, the new flex base. Okay, so this is just a new base. I do know about the new bases, so they included a little card to tell us about the flex bases. Okay, and there's another pack, and this is for the adventure. Another pack of skinny minis. So that first pack was just an assortment of skinny minis, which you can never have too many. And then this is the ones for this adventure. And there you can see the the dragon crab right there. So that's pretty cool. So pretty nice to see that. I'm getting a little, shall we say, happier and more pleased about my purchase the deeper we get into this box. Now, there doesn't appear to be much else in the box. And these boxes, I think they retail for $35.99. It's not exactly cheap, but, and then, there's postage on top of that. So I think each box came out to roughly $40. So we've got some stuff there and a thing. Oh, here's the bases they were telling us about. So you can see those are the new bases. And basically they make those two extra. The original bases only had the slot in the middle. And what they were finding out with, I guess, play testing, for lack of a better word, or quality control, is that the miniatures were hard to get in and out. So by putting those two extra like curved slices on either side of the straight line there, it gave some flex, and the miniatures were easier to pop in and out. So the next thing we've got 2 cards. So these appear to be prominent and or NPCs that we will meet in the adventure. There's the stats on the back. I don't know how well you can see that. I can't off the top tell if they are Pathfinder stats. They don't look like it. Yeah, these are D&D stats. So again, little miffed about that. I wanted a true Pathfinder box. That's what I wanted to pay for. So I will give it one more shot, and if I don't get what I feel is bang for my buck, I will cancel, because I've done a number of these boxes and I haven't gotten what I wanted. So there's some sort of sticker included in here. I'll put that in a little plastic bag. And then we have a number of maps, and this is, I think, is the buildable terrain that they sent. Yeah, this is buildable terrain. So this is nice to add a nice 3D effect to your table. And there's a piece here, some sort of the star or something like that. Oh, and then you put those stickers on it as you fill in the pieces, I think. So just a little 3D prop, a little flat prop that you can throw out on the table for the players. It has something to do with the adventure. And then, of course, some buildable terrain. So that's always cool. And then we've got a map of a boat, which is nice because I don't own any maps of boats. So this is pretty cool. I will definitely be able to use this. So the Great Sea. So this is just a giant map, and then on the other side is the boat. So it appears to be the upper deck and the lower deck, which is nice because you could split this right down the middle, right where that crease is, and you could totally make 2 different pieces of terrain. And there's a third map. I didn't see that. This is the dock. So yeah, you could totally lay this out. So there's an interior part, and then there's the actual dock and the little bay inlet that you would. So yeah, that's I will say that's useful as far as maps go. I can definitely put that to use for something. Pretty excited about that. I do dig the hermit crab miniature. That is pretty solid. The tabaxi pirate is pretty solid too. It's a little too chunky for my taste, but it will work. And then we got this little packet of goodies. So let's see what's all in here. So we got that one sticker I already showed you. All right, so these are just props that you use in the game. So we got, I don't want to spoil, there's stickers that you can put on your character sheet to denote that you have a fragment of arcane resonance. The character with this compass can take an action to detect magic as the spell at will. Unlike the spell, the character must expend an action each round to maintain the effect. So that's kind of generic. You could use that in Pathfinder and or 3rd edition, 5th edition D&D. And then we have some little some cards here And these appear to be stickers as well. Oh, it's a study. So it's little things you could put on the map to denote, like one's the wizard study, and then the other one is the quartermaster study. So yeah, just little stickers you can put on the map, put it where you want. So cool little things to add just a little flavor. I'm not too terribly disappointed. I'm a little disappointed in the 5th edition adventure in the beginning. It's almost like they're kind of like, forcing it down your throat. And if that's a Pathfinder adventure, I think it should have at least the Pathfinder logo on it, or I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky. You guys tell me down in the comments. But if it's Pathfinder, I want it to have that flavor of Pathfinder. I don't know if the little icons, the little diamonds for actions and reactions and everything, if that's copyrighted Pathfinder. I've seen it in other things, so I don't know. Maybe someone can point out in the comments that may know better and let me know. But I just think if it's a Pathfinder adventure, I want it to look and feel like a Pathfinder adventure, and it doesn't quite give me that feeling. So I don't know. I'm going to reach out to them and double check and make sure I got the Pathfinder box, because that's what I signed up for. But that, guys and gals, is the Pathfinder or is the Dungeon in a Box for the month of May. And then I think June 1st they will charge me for another box, and I should get it somewhere around the 10th, between the 10th and the 15th of the month, I would think. Excuse me for the cough there. I am a little under the weather, so I do apologize. That's really it, though. Dungeon in a Box. Pretty decent bang for your buck. I mean, the skinny minis they're not super cheap. They're not super expensive. I think they're appropriately priced. I would like to see them a little cheaper. I did get in on the Kickstarter, and like I said, I got all that stuff up there, right there, those black boxes. That's all skinny mini stuff that I got. And I did do a review of it, so go back in the cards there and look. Pretty happy with it. So I'm always happy to get more skinny minis, and to be honest, that's kind of why I started doing this Dungeon in a Box, because it's $35-40 a month, which is not cheap. But I mean, the box has got some weight to it. I did like the 2 solid miniatures. Buildable terrain is pretty cool. The little posters are kind of nice. So that's definitely stuff that'll get use in other games and other whatever. They're generic enough that you can use them in any low fantasy, medieval, Renaissance period. Those boats will work for just about anything. So yeah, not too bad. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and let me know what you think of Dungeon in a Box. If you're getting the Pathfinder box and you've gotten more than just this one for May, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like it? Is it worth it? Should I continue getting it? It is $40 all said and done after shipping and everything, so it's a little bit steep in my opinion for adventures that I'm probably not going to use. I am kind of getting it because I just wanted to see what it looked like, but let me know what you think in the comments below. I know what the 5e ones look like because I've gotten a couple of them and I'm not happy with them. So let me know what you guys think, and we'll move forward from there. As always, like and subscribe. You know what? I got to do my quick... I didn't do this because we've got definitely a couple of new subscribers, and we want to give a shout out to them. So pretty much the end of the review. Thank you for watching, and click and like and subscribe. Remember, thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. And I'm going to do one of these every month for the next couple of months as I get them, just to see if I like them, that kind of thing. If I can get to where I need to go here. So, let's see, we got a bunch of new subscribers. Did we? I got a lot of notes. You guys have been great about, putting comments in there and stuff. I really appreciate that. Brandon Scott, 1 week ago, I think we gave him a shout out last time. So I haven't gotten a whole lot of new subscribers. A lot of comments, though. And then, let's see here. We did have a new subscriber, Ronan Flood. Thank you for subscribing. That was the newest subscriber, Ronan Flood, but a lot of comments from everybody on a lot of videos. The Pickpocket Press Low Life 2090, the final PDF went out, so the book should be going to print. If you back that as a Kickstarter, you've probably already done all that you need to do, but make sure you keep up on that, and I'm very much looking forward to it. It's a very cool cyberpunk type game, and the guys over at Pickpocket make awesome stuff, so definitely go check out Pickpocket Press if you haven't. Say that 5 times fast. They just make cool stuff. We have a very thriving Discord community. We talk about a lot of different RPGs, so feel free to use the link down in the doobly-doo and come on and drop on by Discord and chat with us. And I run games quite often. Right now my VTT of choice is Foundry. I'm really enjoying it, and I've been running my Pathfinder game on it, and everything else is fine. So if you have any questions or concerns, give me a holler, give me a shout, let me know what you think, and I hope everybody is doing well. Thanks a lot, and as always, peace and hair grease, and remember, Mr. Mean says, be nice.